I've never really got like the idea of getting mad about taxes. Well, I mean, I get not wanting to pay them, but I don't get people, that's my money. They're using my money on that. I don't want my money going to someone sitting on his ass. Welfare. It's my money. It's like, no, it's not. It's not your money. It was never your money. You knew you'd have to give that money to those people. It's not your money. It was never your money. It was not your money. It's a piece of that would have been my money. It was never going to be your money. It's not your money. To me, it's sort of like I go to the library and you come with me and I say, hey, can you hold these books for me for a second? And you're like, yeah. And you hold on to them for a second, and then I finish what I'm doing. And then I'm like, okay, so hand the books over to the guy. And you do, but you're like, I'm like, what's wrong? Well, I'm just getting kind of attached to those books. What do you mean? Well, I mean, you gave them to me. Those are my books, are they not? I just had to give my books away just because you told me to. Those weren't your books. Last I checked, you handed them to me. They were in my hands. They were thus in my possession. Does that not make them my books? No, it doesn't. Well, I'm sorry. I guess our definitions conflict here, cause it seems pretty obvious here whose books they were, and then now they're just not mine anymore. I had to give them because of these. And then like the guy behind the counter, librarian, he doesn't give a shit about these books. He's just like, fuck it. He throws them in like a pit. Your friend's like, you see what he's doing? You see what he's doing to my books? Our books, my books. We need a different person in charge of my books. When I give them, this is why I don't even want to give my books to the guy who has the books, because it doesn't make sense to me. Those should have been mine. I liked having them in my hands. I wanted to keep them in my hands. It makes sense. It made sense. And then you would say to your friend, you'd say, you're a fucking moron. What's wrong with you? Is there something wrong with you? How could you be so fucking stupid? Those aren't your books. Those weren't your books. Those weren't your books. Those were never your books. I don't know. What were you thinking? You thought those were your books? Not your books. Don't be an idiot. Those weren't your books. They're never your books. You knew you'd have to give the books away. Who gives a shit what happens to the books? You'll never be able to change that. They were never your fucking books. Maybe someday you'll get some books of your own, but even those, some of them you'll have to give away if you got them from the library. You asshole. Those are the library's rules. You don't like them? Leave the library. What the fuck is wrong with you? You think you have a right to complain about how the libraries run? Well, you don't, you stupid asshole. You don't. You never did. But I mean, like, taxes suck.